Hello again, and today we will be reviewing a Adventure Wheels Outdoor Adventure action figure. The Adventure Wheels series is a Walmart exclusive, and of course, Treehouse Kids apparently manufactures this brand. And of course, as you can see, there's supposed to be vehicles and planes and everything else you can get. However, I did not see any of that at my local Walmart. I did see some camping, tents with, coolers and other stuff like that. Cool little accessories there. However, I did not see a actual, truck with their logo or, where the guys could fit inside it. Of course, this is $4 at my local Walmart. Prices can vary based on region, of course. And as you can see, comes with 9 pieces, it says. Or maybe you can't see it because I'm not in focus. So, Adventure Your Way, 9 pieces. I'm going to be breaking this bad boy open. And, of course, as I said on past videos, the reason I'm getting this size figure in particular is because I used to be really big into G.I. Joe. I like some of the 4-inch figures that Marvel and DC are starting to put out. However, one thing I don't like is, set him there, the fact that, they still, don't always have the articulation. For example, I could go buy go to like a store like Ollie's or, Big Lots and stuff. I could buy, even Marvel brand action figures, for $6 to $8, sometimes a little more. And when I did that, that would be all good and well, but the problem you run into is that, those cheaper action figures have no articulation. Now, I picked this set out of some of the other sets that they had, mostly because this guy has a chainsaw. In fact, I almost bought one of the camping sets that had the chainsaw with it. Because it also had like a camping chair and a cooler and stuff like that, and that would have been really cool to have. But at the same time, I was buying all this, and at the same time, I was buying some other things from this same company, and they, let's see here. Now, here's the other thing. This thing came with shotgun, a shotgun in hunter colors. Put that right there, which I thought was not bad, if I ever had my guys run into a situation where they weren't necessarily gunning for Cobra, they were out chilling, and, that might be something they could come across zombie apocalypse style. And then, of course, this is almost like a Winchester style with a scope. Always wanted a Winchester, that's kind of cool. And came with some logs. I guess that's because it has the chainsaw. Do not know what I'll do with that, but whatever. And it also comes with some binoculars. You're out on a recon mission. That's the thing about these operands. A lot of times the operands have accessories that you just don't see with like even the G.I. Joes and stuff. And these will be accessories that, the real military would have. Maybe not this style of binocular, but it's pretty cool. It has a little handle on the side, so your figure can be holding it up to his eyes. And as far as the chainsaw, the only problem I have with the chainsaw, it has good detailing, is the bottom of the chainsaw, which I can fill that in with some epoxy and paint it to match. But it's got some great detailing on the side. It has the crank, has a gas cap, it has, things like that. So, exhaust ports. So, yeah, now if I need to kill some zombies with a chainsaw, I have it right there. So, put that there. Now, this also came with a little campfire, and this is really the trick to this set. They make out like, they're giving you a bunch of pieces, but the campfire had these horns around it which of course hunters use horns, they knock them together, and it draws other deer to a challenge, because they figure if deer hear that, they come running because they think that they're fighting over a doe or territory or whatever, and they don't want anybody else getting their territory. But might actually use that for some other figure. I could definitely see some armor with some horns sticking out of it, or something like that, or even if I did a more comic book style figure, I could have use that as maybe something else. That's pretty cool. But the Campfire itself is really kind of just cheesy looking. I mean, of course, it could be painted better, and it would still look like Mound of Dookie on some sticks. What do you expect? I mean, they're not going to make a little light up tea light like you would do if you were doing a panorama or something, for little kids sets. So there's the guns. Here's everything that's come with it. And here's the horns. And of course, you have your brick. You have your wood pile there. Now, the other thing it comes with is a lantern. Not bad detailing on it, though it could use more paint. I would have liked to have seen maybe some yellow paint in those grooves or something and kind of show it's a lantern. I'll have to think about that if I'm going to try to risk painting it up. And then, of course, the action figure itself. Always, most important that it's posable, in my opinion. Static action figures like you get for $6-8 from Marvel that have like just a shoulder pivot and leg pivot and a head pivot. How is he going to ride a motorcycle or anything, or Chuck Norris kick somebody? How are you going to do that with that? Now, of course, these are not as posable as the new G.I. Joes where they have the dual hinge knees, but for the most part, I grew up with this same kind of posability. He has arm pivots, and shoulder pivots, as well as this way, all the way around. There's nothing impeding him there, and arm pivot. Sorry, fingers in the way. Arm pivots there. The head will pivot. It's kind of tight. That far and that far. So if you're looking at the body, looks like his outfit is a little bit in the way there. Not a big deal. I mean, how many guys are going to be looking back behind him? Of course, knees bend, legs bend up and down there, and they will go sideways, so you can do your karate kicks. Now, this guy's wearing, the hunter orange vest. He is a hunter. He's got all the trappings of hunting. He's got the hat on. He's wearing, I guess, khaki style pants. One thing I noticed, not this one, but one of the other figures I bought in this line, there was a split in the legs right here that has me concerned, but I haven't taken that one out of the package yet. Pretty good detailing on the actual chest itself. Like I said, this is actually about the same detail as old G.I. Joe's had. Not made the same way, but still pretty cool. Though, of course, it's kind of funny that his butt is so much bigger than the rest of them. But anyway, that is my action figure review of the Adventure Wheels set here. This particular one, really didn't have much. It just said action figure. It didn't have a name or anything of that nature. So I can't, Adventure Wheels, there you go.